Just a quick video on stretching. Stretching is really good for you, helps prevent injury going forward, also helps you become more supple around certain areas and certain techniques that you want to perform. This camera seems off at a bit of an angle and it's going to irritate me. There we go, let's try that. Okay, so the first one that we often do in my club is this one. I've just been for a run, so excuse me if I'm a bit sweaty and that, but just thought I'd do this now. So ideally you want to get your knees, close to the floor. So my calves there that are preventing my knees actually touching the floor. That's ideally what you're looking for. If your legs are all the way up here, then there are stages you can go through to achieve that level of stretch, suppleness. Hands, grab hold of your toes. Push your elbows up, your knees, push your knees up against your elbows. So I'm going to hold them there and I'm going to squeeze. I'm using these muscles here and I'm going to tense them for 10 seconds. I'm going to squeeze my arms together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Progressively doing that will increase the strength of these muscles, and each time you do it, not in one session, but over a period of time, will help to get your legs further and further down. When you've got that, or even not, you can lean forward. You can use a table, a bit of furniture. You can pull yourself forward with that. Just gently. Partner stretching is a bad idea. Someone to push you on your back, for example, is the old way of doing it. It's not a good idea, really, because they can't tell what you can feel. Whereas when it's you can feel it yourself, using your own body weight to bring yourself forward. Don't force stretching. Give it time. Leaning towards one knee, so my arm is right out to the side here. I'm leaning my head down, and then exactly the same the other side. I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker than I would normally do it, just because I want to show you the different levels then. And back slightly. So if you can, grab hold of your foot. Your leg wants to be straight. There's no point in doing this because we're trying to stretch the hamstring muscle here. So reach forward or hands to the side, but try and keep your leg straight. Even hands pushing your knee down if you want, just gently applying a bit of pressure to your knee down. What they generally say with aches and pains and muscle stretch and that, if it's a stabbing pain, that's bad. If it's a sort of dull ache in a general area, then that's okay. I quite enjoy stretching now. It's quite nice to feel that muscle stretching out. I tend to hold this for maybe 10 seconds and then I'll switch to the other side. Now, I don't do both legs at the same time generally because that can pull your lower back, your lumbar region of your back. With this one, you can do a similar stretch to the one we did with the two legs, which is basically you're pushing your heel through the floor. So push down with your heel, and that push down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lean forward, relax into it. Again, grab your foot, one hand, both hands, whatever you can do really. This is my least favourite, where you stretch out like this with the legs far apart as possible and lean forward. It always hurts me around my hip area. I'll come back to that in a second. So you can lean this way, you can lean that way, you can lean out, you can grab your foot this way, grab your foot this way. Again, you can do it near a table or a piece of furniture, grab hold of it and just pull. Or if there's something on the ground, you can just use that to pull yourself forward a little bit. Hold for 10-15 seconds, longer as you get better. So I'm going to come back to pain areas. So if you get areas if you get pain in certain areas, then find an exercise that'll help to work that area. As I said, I get pain around here, this area here, and that is my hip flexor. So there's two exercises we do to help with that. This is the first one. This is not stretching now. This is exercises to help with your stretching. Both legs forward. And the important part with this exercise is you must lean forward because I'm going to do leg raises. If I lean backwards, look how high I can get my leg. I'm using totally different muscles now to achieve that. If I lean forward as far as I can and raise my leg, that's as far as I can go. And that's what you're looking for because you're trying to isolate muscles around the top of the hip, just here. So we tend to do 5 leg raises on each leg. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 4 sets, 5 leg raises. You can do more. You can add leg weights, ankle weights to this exercise if you want later on. So this will be 1 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can touch your foot on the floor in between your ankle, but just touch. Don't thump it down. Obviously that would hurt, and it's not a good exercise then if you do that. So you want to control that movement, just lightly bring it down, lightly bring it down. Then we're on the hip flexors. So hip flexors, do the hip flexor, do it this way, you can see better. If I stick my bum out, this is not working the hip flexor. So I want to stick my hip all the way in, and then I want to raise this leg like that. Sorry about the view. So there's a muscle just here called your hip flexor, and that's what you're working. So again, I would do 5 leg raises, and I would turn over onto my other side, and I do 5 on the other side. So again, 4 sets of 5 leg raises. Again, you can do more. If you're not feeling it at the end, then do more. We do something called working to failure. It's quite a common thing in exercises. And basically what you do is you do it till you can't do any more. If I start doing this, I'll feel that this muscle will start to sort of spasm and tighten up, and then I have to stop. So that's my failure. At the end of that second exercise, hip flexor exercise, I usually encourage people just to bring their legs in like this, because it just takes the pressure off these hips areas. Just hold that for a moment or two and rock forward and roll up into position. So there's lots of exercises you can do, but this is one I like. So you get, obviously with the martial arts, it's brilliant for this. You get a martial arts belt and tie a knot in it. I normally wear a 280. This is actually a 320 belt, so it just gives you a clue. And there's what, I don't know, what's that, 3 inches? 3 inches on the end of that, something like that, 3 inches of belt left on the end. And then what you do is you put one side around your foot, and the other part over your head. Now you notice my head's off the floor at the moment, and my leg is just ever so slightly bent. Try and get that angle right so you can see that, ever so slightly bent. Ideally you want to get it straight and you want to get it head on the ground. I can't do that. Doesn't matter, I can still feel that this is all working this hamstring muscle here. I can feel that pull in there, and then I can just relax. I put my hands to the side, which brings my weight back slightly. I can also do what I did with the 2 knees squeezing in, is you can pull away. Now be careful with this, because this will pull at your neck. If you want to work your neck as well, then it's a potentially good exercise for your neck, but always be very, very careful of your neck. So I would tend to look up, so you get a bit more strength from the neck area there, and then I'm pulling with my foot away from me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, I was pointing on this muscle here because that's the muscle I can feel is pulling. Now, I tend to hold this for 90 seconds. Once I get to the end of the 90 seconds, I switch over and then do the same on the other side, exactly the same. Now, my left one looks to be slightly, have a bit more flexibility than the other one. Normally it's my left one that's tight. I started doing this, I can't remember where I found it, someone suggested it or found it on a video quite some time ago, because I was getting a very tight hamstring after running on my left leg. But since I've started doing this, it's been a lot better. So again, hold that for 90 seconds. You can do the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But again, just to help with that flexibility there, and release it. Now obviously, all of these are to do with the lower body. I'm not doing anything on the upper body. We do a standard set of warm-up in our classes, where you take your arm out as far away as possible, bring it around, and then just above the elbow there, you just gently squeeze that in. And we do the same on the other side. Gently squeeze, hold for about 10 seconds. Up in the air, down the back, hand on your spine, try and get your elbows high. See that, as high as you possibly can, and then gently pushing down, holding for 10 seconds. Stretch up in the air, down the back, gently hold for 10 seconds. Yoga is one of the best for stretching, and yoga very much encourages you to do gentle stretching and ease your way into the stretching. I'm working towards doing a side split, which is this one. I used to be able to get lower than this, so I'm supporting myself on my hands at the moment, and my left knee is currently on the ground, and then I can switch sides and do the other one. And I'm just kind of working towards this one again, really, just to help this flexibility around my hips and everything. I recommend a book called Stretching Scientifically. I can't remember who the author is off the top of my head. It's a Russian guy. It's very good. It basically explains that stretching is all to do with muscle strength. So if you build up the strength in those muscles, then you'll find you'll be able to stretch easier. Basically, it's your body protecting you from pulling a muscle. I'm going to stop there because that's a 10-minute video. Have a great day.